Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it so that the sound critic doesn't have to, and neither should you. Kevin Conroy was an iconic voice actor. He was not only a voice for my childhood, but for my generation as a whole. For those who don't know, he was very famous for portraying the role of Batman and made him arguably one of the best Batmans ever because of the way he was able to voice him and Bruce Wayne together. Tragically, Kevin Conroy passed away this past weekend after a brief battle with cancer at the age of 66. When I heard about that news, it broke my heart. It sunk. I was absolutely devastated because I was around the whole time. Kevin Conroy has been the voice of Batman since 1992. So I've been around this whole time to hear his iconic voice of, "I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman." And tragically, that voice was taken away too soon. It's hard to fathom just how much of an impact he meant to not only me, but to my generation and generations after me, because he had been that voice for 3 decades, usually paired alongside Mark Hamill's iconic voice of the Joker. And it's because of that performance. That's why Batman the Animated Series was probably one of the best superhero shows ever, and why you can make an argument for Batman Mask of the Phantasm as one of the best movies ever when you include all the animated movies. He also voiced Batman in the Arkham video games, which I've always played as well. And younger generations are going to be used to that voice there because they're into the video games. I mean, you could not go anywhere without knowing about Kevin Conroy, whether it was my generation or the generations that preceded me or followed me. You knew Kevin Conroy and you knew that iconic voice. And it's just a tragedy. I mean, I know life happens and I know you have to move on to the next life, but it's still hard to lose someone that young, that iconic as Kevin Conroy was, because he meant so much to a lot of people around the world. And he would make everyone's day. I mean, he was awesome at cons. I didn't personally get a chance to meet him, but just having to watch him at the cons that he went to and just hearing that voice, and it just made me like Batman ever so much. And he's a big reason why that I enjoy Batman, and he is why my favorite hero is Batman. It's just hard to lose a Batman like that, and especially after we lost Adam West a few years ago. So while we lose Kevin Conroy in body and spirit, his memory is going to last forever. Through the animated series, through the movies, through the video games, Kevin Conroy is going to be one of those voices that's going to live throughout the course of time. And that is a high honor because he was a tremendous voice for Batman. And it's going to be hard to not hear him again. But at least we can move on and say that Kevin Conroy would say this: we would want to press on and we would continue to pursue our dreams and do well. And just remember, he's always going to be there. That little Batman will always be inside of you. I'm the CommanderZander, and Kevin Conroy, you'll always be remembered.